Sa video natin ngayon, we are going to dive into one of the most fascinating applications of calculus, which is kinematics. Whether it's the motion of a car, a falling object, or even the trajectory of a spacecraft, kinematics helps us describe and analyze how things move. But before we get into the calculus side of things, let's define three fundamental concepts. We have displacement, velocity, and acceleration. So sa previous video natin, na cover na natin to. But again, just to reiterate, displacement is the change in position of an object. So, hindi siya magkapareho sa distance. Kasi yung distance, it only measures how much ground an object has covered, while displacement takes direction into account. So, diba, this is a vector quantity. Now, velocity naman, it is the rate at which displacement changes over time. In simpler terms, it tells us how fast an object is moving and in what direction. So, if displacement is a function of time, then velocity is just the derivative of displacement. And then acceleration naman is the rate of change of velocity over time. If velocity tells us how fast we are moving, acceleration tells us how quickly that speed is changing, whether we're speeding up, slowing down, or changing direction. So kapag speeding up, tawag natin dyan accelerating, and then slowing down is called decelerating. So dito papasok si calculus. We use differentiation to find velocity from displacement, and then acceleration from velocity. So displacement, differentiate, magiging velocity, differentiate, magiging acceleration. So reverse naman, if we are to integrate the acceleration function with respect to time, magiging velocity siya, then integrate once more, magiging displacement. So again we are differentiating and integrating with respect to time. So ngayon, dito muna tayo sa basics. We have a problem here. Determine the velocity and acceleration if the displacement as a function of time is s equals 3t squared plus 4. So ito, medyo madali lang. Sulat muna natin yung displacement 3t squared plus 4. Ayan. Now, if we are to differentiate this one with respect to time, diba ito, magiging ds over dt. Ayan. And then ds over dt, this is just equal to the velocity, v. So, equate natin yan. Differentiating 3t squared plus 4 with respect to t, ito, magiging 60. Diba kasi 2 times 3, 6. Then, bawas tayo ng 1 sa exponent, t na lang yung matitira. Kasi 2 minus 1 is equal to 1. Parang t to the 1 na lang. And then 4 naman, constant term yan. If we are to differentiate, magiging 0 na siya. So the velocity as a function of time is equal to 60. And then differentiating once more, itong ds over dt magiging ano na? d squared s divided by dt squared. So, di ba, ito yung second derivative ng s. But essentially, this is also equal to dv over dt. Ayan. And then, dv over dt, yan yung acceleration. So, to get acceleration, differentiate this once more. 60, yung constant term na lang yung matitira. So, 6 na lang. Therefore pala, the acceleration is constant. Uniform acceleration since constant term lang siya, wala nang variable na t. So 6 lang siya all throughout. So box na lang natin, ito yung velocity as a function of time, and then ito naman yung acceleration as a function of time. So again, this defines constant acceleration. Ayan. Now, sa next problem naman tayo. The acceleration of a particle daw is given by a equals 4 minus 60, and then the velocity is 2 meter per second when t equals 1 second, and the initial displacement is 6 meters. So notice here that we are given the acceleration as a function of time, but merong specific conditions. The velocity is 2 meter per second when t equals 1 second. Tawag natin dyan boundary condition. So diba, once we integrate, merong arbitrary constant na lalabas. Diba, yung plus c sa integration. So, yung c dyan, to determine the value, you have to use the boundary conditions. So, meron tayong dalawang boundary conditions. Meron para sa velocity, and then meron din para sa displacement. So, the initial displacement is 6 meters daw. Ayan. Itong dalawa, boundary conditions yan. So, diba, A is equal to dv over dt. Rate of change of velocity over time. So, itong dt, you can just multiply it sa kabilang side. Magiging a dt is equal to dv. Ayan. So, again, we want the velocity as a function of time. So, just put an integral sign sa dalawang sides. So, ito, magiging v na yan. Tapos, ito naman, this will become a function of time. So, ano yung acceleration? Diba, a is equal to 4 minus 60 daw. So, integrate natin. Yung a, papalitan natin ng 4 minus 60. Then, don't forget dt is equal to integral of dv. So, integrating dv, we are to integrate this with respect to v. Kasi yan yung kadugtong ng d. So, magiging v na yan. And then, integrating 4 minus 60 with respect to time, we would have 40. Dagdag ka lang ng variable dyan. Then, minus 60 plus 1 sa exponent, meron siyang 1 dyan, essentially. So, 1 plus 1, magiging squared. Then, divide this expression by the new exponent. So, divided by 2. Ayan. But don't forget na merong plus c. So, move lang natin to. And then, plus c. Now, generally, add mo lang yung c doon sa function where you're integrating with respect to time. So, merong plus c dyan. To solve c, we have to use the boundary conditions. Ayan. So, yung boundary condition natin, velocity is 2. V equals 2 meter per second when t equals 1. Ayan. So, just substitute this value sa lahat ng variables ng t and then solve natin yung c. Yung v din, papalitan natin ng 2. So, now, this would be 4 times, ito, magiging 1. So, 4 times 1 minus 6 times 1 squared divided by 2. Then, plus c is equal to 2. Yan kasi yung v. So, solving c, move na lang natin yan sa kabilang side. Ito pala, magiging 3t squared na yan. Palitan na lang natin. 3t squared, so ito rin. This would become 3 times 1 squared. Ayan. So, this would now be 2 minus 4, then plus 3 times 1 squared. So, equals 1. So, if c is equal to 1, meron na tayong equation para sa velocity. So, v pala is equal to 40 minus 3t squared. Then, yung c dyan, magiging 1. So, plus 1. Ito na yung velocity as a function of time. Now, what if we want the displacement as a function of time? We have to integrate once more. So, di ba, v is equal to ds over dt. So, multiply mo lang yung dt sa v. This would be v dt is equal to ds. Then, para makuha natin yung displacement, integrate natin yung ds. Essentially, yung dalawang sides, yung kailangan natin i-integrate. So, yung v dyan, papalitan natin ng 40 minus 3t squared plus 1. Then, dt is equal to integral of ds with respect to s. So, s na lang. Ayan. Tapos, meron pang matitirang integral sign dyan since hindi pa natin siya in-apply. So, integrating 40 minus 3t squared plus 1, this will be 40 plus 1 sa exponent, magiging squared. Then, divide by the exponent. So, 2 minus 3t plus 1 sa exponent, magiging 3, then divided by 3. And then yung 1, magiging t, plus t. Then don't forget na meron tayong arbitrary constant, plus c. Ayan. So to solve c, we have to apply the boundary condition involving the displacement. So simplify natin to. 4t squared divided by 2 magiging 2t squared. And then 3 divided by 3, magka-cancel na yan. So minus t cubed na lang. Then plus t plus c is equal to s. So applying the boundary condition, the initial displacement daw is 6. S is equal to 6 meters. Tawagin na lang natin yung boundary condition as BC. S is equal to 6. And then sinabi na initial displacement. Although hindi siya explicitly described, kapag sinasabing initial displacement, ibig sabihin yan, that is at time is equal to 0. Ayan. So applying the boundary condition, we would have 2 times 0 squared minus 0 cubed plus 0 plus c is equal to s. Now s is equal to 6. Ayan. So essentially, lahat ng yan magiging 0 lang. So c is equal to 6. So applying this back sa equation natin, we would have 2t squared minus t cubed plus t, then plus 6 is equal to s. Or lipat na lang natin yan sa kabila. S is equal to this equation. So ito na yung sagot natin. Ayan. Now alternatively, and then ito yung usual na ginagamit sa books, meron tayong ibang approach para dito kapag merong boundary conditions. So from these equations, pwede mo siyang applyan ng definite integrals, and then ganito yung mangyayari. Whatever the boundary condition is, isasabay mo siya sa function which you are integrating. So for example, if the velocity is 2 meter per second when t equals 1, when integrating dv, lagyan mo siya ng 2 dyan. The velocity is 2 meter per second when t daw is equal to 1. So yung kadugtong ng 2 dyan, when time is equal to 1. Ayan, dt kasi yan. So we are integrating with respect to time. So dyan mo ilalagay yung 1. Always yan na lower limits yung boundary condition. And then yung nasa taas, ilagay mo yung variable which you are integrating. So dito, integrating with respect to time, so t. Ito naman, dv, so lagyan mo ng v. So ito na lang. And then, when integrating v dt, saka ds, sulat mo yung initial displacement which is 6 meters daw. So lagyan mo ng 6 dyan. And then dito naman, initial displacement, so at time is equal to 0. Then ito, lagyan mo ng t. And then ito naman, lagyan mo ng s. So s is equal to 6 when time is equal to 0. And then ito naman, velocity is equal to 2 when time is equal to 1. Parang ganun lang yung syntax niya. So now, lagay mo yung equation ng a. We have 4 minus 60 tapos dt. Integral from 1 to t. Then equals 2 to v. Then dv. So now, we would have, integrate natin yan ulit, magiging 40 minus 60 squared divided by 2. And then this will just become 3. 40 minus 3t squared. Now, definite integral yan. So, lagyan mo ng 1 dito, saka t. And then, sa kabila naman, nalagyan ko pala ng v. Ayan. Integrating dv, magiging v na lang. So, apply mo yung limits, 2 saka v. So, di ba kapag ganito na, apply mo na yung limits. So, essentially, we would have sa left-hand side, 4 times, apply mo muna yung upper limit, 40 minus 3t squared. Ayan. Lahat ng variables, palitan mo ng t. So, hindi siya mag-change. Then, minus, still the same equation, but palitan mo na ng 1 lahat ng variables. So, magiging 4 times 1 minus 3 times 1 squared. Then, sa kabila naman, this would just be, substitute v, sa v, magiging v lang. Then, minus, substitute 2 sa variable mo. So, magiging v minus 2. Ayan. So, simplifying this would be 4t minus 3t squared. Then, minus 4 times 1 minus 3 times 1 squared. Ayan, magiging negative 1. So, minus 1 then equals v minus 2. Now, simplifying this further, if you want the velocity equation with respect to time, move mo lang yan sa kabila, magiging positive 2 na yan. So, essentially, this will just go back to v is equal to 4t minus 3t squared. Then, negative 1 plus 2, magiging positive 1. So, diba, same lang kanina. This equation is, magkatugma lang yan sa 4t minus 3t squared plus 1, which we have obtained earlier. So, ito na yung sagot natin. Ayan. And then, for the displacement naman, as a function of time, we would have, integrate natin yan from 0 to t. And then, our v is 4t minus 3t squared plus 1. Ayan. Then, merong dt is equal to integral from 6 to s, then ds. So, integrating this function, we would have, sulat na lang natin ulit yung kanina. Copy ko na lang. Ito yan. Magiging 2t squared minus t cubed plus t. And then, apply the limits. So, from 0 to t. Then, equals, integrating ds, magiging s na siya. And then, apply the limits, 6, saka s. So, for this side, substitute mo yung t sa lahat ng variables, walang magbabago. So, 2t squared lang minus t cubed plus t. Then, minus, substitute 0 sa lahat ng t dyan, essentially, magiging 0 lang. Kasi lahat ng variables are containing t. Pero for the sake of the complete solution na lang, isusulat ko na lang yung times 0 squared, then minus 0 cubed, then plus 0, and then equals, copy mo lang yung s, substitute mo dyan, then substitute 6, tapos subtract. So, s minus 6, lipat mo lang yung 6 sa kabila, s would be equal to 2t squared minus t cubed plus t. Then, minus 6 becomes positive plus 6. So, ito na yung displacement as a function of time. So, notice na same lang din kanina. Ayan. So, depende na yan sa preference mo. But ako, personally, mas gusto ko yung equation na to. Since mas magagamit siya if I have to apply differential equations. Now, ito naman yung isa-solve natin. A particle is moving along a straight line with acceleration a is equal to 12t minus 3t to the 1/2, then feet per second squared, where t is in seconds, and then we are to determine the velocity and the position of the particle as a function of time. So our boundary conditions are the following. When t equals 0, the velocity is equal to 0 and s equals 15. By the way, meron palang unit dyan. For s, kailangan naka-meter siya. And then for velocity naman, kailangan meter per second. Ayan. Para kumpleto talaga. So, solve natin to. Let's go back to a is equal to dv over dt. Then this becomes a dt is equal to dv. Ayan. So, integrate natin. Acceleration is 12t minus 3t to the 1/2. Ayan. Lagyan mo ng dt, tapos equals integral of dv. So, sa side na to, the boundary condition is at time is equal to 0, v is equal to 0. So, lagyan mo ng 0 dyan. 0 yung velocity when time is equal to 0. So, ito naman, lagyan mo ng t, saka ito, v. Ayan. But again ha, you can still solve this using the first method, yung meron kang plus c. But I will just be applying this solution since ito naman usually sa books, lalo na sa problems ni Hibbeler. So, integrating this function, magiging 12t, then plus 1 sa exponent, magiging squared, then divided by 2. Tapos, minus 3t, then 1/2 plus 1, ano yan? Diba, magiging 3/2. Double check na lang natin para sure talaga. Ayan. So, 3t to the 3/2, then divide this expression by the new exponent, 3/2. And then apply the limits from 0 to t. Then equals, integrate dv, magiging v na siya. Then 0 saka v. Ayan. So, this will simplify into 6t squared, then minus 3/2, nasa denominator yan. You can just multiply it to the numerator, but take the reciprocal. So, reciprocal ng 3/2 is 2/3. So, 2/3, then times 3t to the 3/2. Ayan. So, magka-cancel yung 3. And then, don't forget, hindi pa natin na-apply yung limits. So, still from 0 to t. And then, dito naman, applying 0 saka v, this would be substitute v, magiging v lang, then substitute 0, v minus 0. Now, dito naman, lahat ng terms natin contain the variable t. So, substituting 0 would naturally make this expression 0 din. So, you can just copy this one, 6t squared minus 2t to the 3/2. Then, parang minus 0 is equal to v na lang. Huwag mo na isali yung 0. Pwede na natin yan burahin. So, this is now the equation of velocity with respect to time. Now, rearrange na lang natin. V is equal to 6t squared minus 2t to the 3/2. And then, our unit is feet per second. Ayan. Nag-integrate kasi tayo, so yung feet per second squared magiging feet per second na lang. Now, for the position of the particle as a function of time, integrate once more. So, we would have integral of ds is equal to integral of v dt. Ayan. This just comes from our equations earlier. So, yung ds, we have our initial condition, s is equal to 15. So, lagyan mo ng 15 dyan when time is equal to 0. So, 0, and then ito naman t, tapos sa kabila is s. So, integrating ds, magiging s, then we would have 15 saka s. Then, equals, yung v natin is this expression. So, palitan ko na lang, 6t squared minus 2t to the 3/2, then dt. So, integrating 6t squared, magiging 6t cubed, then divided by 3. Magka-cancel yung 6 saka 3. So, 2 na lang yung matitira. Then, minus 2t, 3/2 plus 1, magiging 5/2. So, 5/2. Then, instead of dividing this by 5/2, just multiply this expression by the reciprocal of the new exponent. So, times 2/5 na lang. Ayan. And then, apply the limits, 0 saka t. So, this is now 2t cubed minus 2 times 2, magiging 4. then meron pang 5 dyan, tapos t to the 5 halves. So ito magiging s minus 15 kapag in-apply mo na yan. Tapos applying t saka 0, essentially merong minus 0 dyan. Kasi substituting 0 sa lahat ng t dyan, it will just give you a value of 0. Ayan. So s pala is equal to 2t cubed minus 4 over 5, then t to the 5 halves. Tapos yung negative 15 magiging positive na. Ayan. And then our unit is feet na lang. So ito na yung position as a function of time. You can use the other method and then try to check if you can obtain the same value. Now ito naman. For this problem, meron tayong constant term pero it is defined as k. So this can be any constant. The acceleration of a particle traveling along a straight line is a is equal to k over v, where k is a constant. And then we have the boundary conditions. When time is equal to 0, s is equal to 0, and then v is equal to v sub o. So parang ano lang yan, initial velocity. Determine the velocity of the particle as a function of time. So still, we are going to integrate a dt equals integral of dv. Now yung a natin is k over v. So palitan mo na lang yan, k divided by v, then integrate, tapos meron tayong dt. Equate mo yan to dv. But before integrating pala, let's see if we can pair the variables. Tanggalin ko na lang to. Ayan. Notice na we can multiply v sa kabilang side. So magiging ano na lang, k dt is equal to v dv. Ayan. So di ba parang variable separable na sa differential equations. So now we can integrate the two sides. And then let's apply the boundary conditions. The velocity daw is equal to v sub o. Lagyan mo ng v sub o dyan when time is equal to 0. So meron tayong 0 saka t, and then dito naman v. So integrating k, this would be kt. Ayan. Now essentially, meron kang alternative solution. You can multiply dv by v over k. Pwede din yan. But ito na lang since nasimulan na natin. So kt, and then apply natin yung limits from 0 to t. And then equals, integrating v, magiging v squared. V squared, tapos don't forget to divide by 2. Plus 1 sa exponent, then divide by the new exponent. And then apply the limits. We have v sub o, tapos v. So applying t saka 0, this would be kt minus 0. Then equals, substitute mo yung v. So v squared over 2 minus, substitute v sub o. So v sub o squared divided by 2. Now we can simplify this. This would become, factor out na lang natin yung 1/2 since common naman sa dalawang terms. So parang ito na yan. kt is equal to 1/2, then multiplied by v squared minus v sub o squared. Again, yung 1/2 nilabas na lang natin. So now, we can describe velocity as a function of time. So gagawin natin, rearrange na lang natin yung equation. So we can multiply 2 sa kabilang side. So it would be 2 kt. Ayan, 2 times kt, and then equals v squared minus v sub o squared. Then lipat natin yan sa kabila. This will become 2 kt plus, mag-change kasi yung sign, v sub o squared is equal to v squared. So kunin mo na lang yung square root ng dalawang sides. Ayan, square root saka dito rin. Mawawala na yung square dyan. So v pala is equal to square root of 2kt plus v sub o squared. Ayan. So, ito na yung sagot natin. Velocity lang kasi yung hinahanap. Velocity of the particle as a function of time. So, ito lang yung kailangan natin. Now, sa next video naman, we will learn how to plot the position. So, for the next video, ito na yung problem na sasagutan natin.